Malaysia, truly Asia it is. What a great video to set the mood. Now, coming back to you, Mr. Amirul Rizal. Now, that's a brilliant video, just so
thank
you know.
Thank you.
Now, what is the main goal of Visit Malaysia 2026, or in short, VM 2026?
Okay,
let's talk about the strategies and milestones so far.
Okay. Thank you, Brendan. Actually, the primary objective, of course, for Visit Malaysia 2026 or VM 2026 is to increase the international and domestic visitors coming to Malaysia.
Right.
Of course, for Malaysian, please go cuti-cuti Malaysia in your country.
Yes, of course, definitely.
Yeah. And at the same time also, because of the increase of the tourists and domestic tourists, it can boost the tourism revenue in the country because, as you know, tourism revenue always contributed a lot for our GDP, gross domestic product. And beside that also, it will promoting our local product, local product to be enhanced to the world. Okay, and at the same time also, we want to feature Malaysia as a safe destination, visitor-friendly destination. I think Malaysians know about this, how so many tourists coming. And for the long term, we want to have the sustainable tourism, okay, so that our tourism product can be used until last, And then, yes, until as you know, from January to November last year, we recorded already 38 million.
Yeah, that's right.
Still waiting. We're still waiting for December figures. So with the increase of 12% compared to the previous year, we really sure that we can do well for Visit Malaysia year. But it's a challenge for us also.
Right.
Because when I say challenging, of course, to sustain the number is one thing.
Yeah, yes, that's right.
To increase the number is another thing. That's why for Visit Malaysia year 2026, we want to enhance connectivity. Okay, we plan to have more direct flight coming to Malaysia, especially from the medium haul and the long haul market.
Right.
And of course, we want to strengthen our partnership, basically with international company, Malaysian company, to make sure that the relationship between public and private partnership we can continue. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, we want to drive the sustainability. Very important in tourism. That's why for Visit Malaysia 2026, when it comes to sustainability, we want to position Malaysia as a world-class tourism destination. It's just not a destination. We want a world-class tourism nation. We want tourists to feature our Malaysia tourism destination in the social media, for example. Of course, we as Malaysia, we're proud of when the tourists show, come to Malaysia. Malaysia is not stay in the jungle, Malaysia, with the high-rise building and others. But this is not about the high-rise building also, but especially it's our culture, Brandon.
There is more than just coming to the country to have a look at the skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Some popular destinations, some caves, etc. And not to forget the beaches as well. Now, sir, there is one particular tagline that moving into this year of 2026, which is Malaysia, truly Asia.
Yeah.
Now, what does this tagline actually mean to you?
Okay. Malaysia, truly Asia. For me, it's all about the people. As you know, Malaysia is multi-races. We have Malay, we have Chinese, we have Indians, we have Sabahans, Sarawakian, Iban Kadazan, and also we have many other races. And from the people, it comes the cultural. When it comes the cultural, under cultural is the food, the way of life, and we mix together. When we're talking about food, okay, maybe you cannot find any best char kway teow, Everywhere you go, say Penang char kway teow. Sometimes they have, this is KL char kway teow, whatever. Like laksa also, we have so variety based on state. But all this is mixed among the races.
Right.
That's why Malaysia, truly Asia, is very unique. To develop the branding of Malaysia, truly Asia, it takes years. It's not just one night story. So since we established the Malaysia truly Asia in the 90s and then come to the 2001, our first Visit Malaysia year and others. So Malaysia truly Asia is the brand that known to all over the world. Whenever you go to any other country, when we introduce, we are from Malaysia. Oh, Malaysia, truly Asia.
They remember the tagline.
They remember the tagline. That's very important because for us, we want to introduce Malaysia is not only the tourism destination, and because of its people.
Yeah.
The people is very important, like us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's more than just a tagline. It has a hidden message there, which is being amplified around the world, especially when you meet tourists and when you mention that you're from Malaysia. It clicks to them that it's actually truly Asia.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about what's in store for them, tourists, international tourists, and even us Malaysians.
Yep.
VM 2026. Now, which segments will be highlighted as the must-visit attraction this year?
Okay. For this year, we want to encourage more about, that's why the Visit Malaysia year, we put another, not a tagline, we call it another theme.
Right.
Surreal experiences. Surreal experiences means we want the tourists to experience beyond the ordinary. You know, you just not come or take photo at the Petronas Twin Tower only. We want them to experience Petronas Twin.
Right.
So not just only taking photo at the road, go inside and experience it. Go to the 86th floor to ski the view. You can see the view, the whole Kuala Lumpur. Some people say you can see also Genting there.
Oh, yes.
For example, Genting from there. So that we are talking about experience. And of course, we come to experience, it comes with the quality tourism destinations. That's why when people always say to me, Mr. Amirul, why always Petronas Twin Tower, Petronas? No, Petronas is an icon. You go to Paris, where you go to take
Of course,
photo?
we go to that Paris,
Yeah,
the
Eiffel
Paris
Tower.
the Eiffel Tower, that's right.
Yeah, so it's same. But what we want to show is beyond that. Of course, we want to show beyond that. That's why in the video you can see we put a lot of cultural. Just now the video, we put a lot of cultural moment in Malaysia, which they can experience. You go to our village, you can see the Malay traditional. Go to the Chinatown, you can see how the Chinese live their life and whatever. So that is more important. Besides that, also this year also is Malaysia Healthcare Travel Council (MHTC) declare Malaysia Year of Medical Tourism.
Right.
This is the support from other agencies to support Visit Malaysia Year.
Yes.
So as you know, our neighboring country like Indonesia, China, Thailand, they come to Malaysia to have their medical service. Our medical service is one of the best in the world.
That's right.
Besides value for money. And of course, they don't come alone. They come with a family.
That's right.
So you can see that's why they go tour around Kuala Lumpur, tour around Penang, tour around Melaka, whatever. Just, you know, beside accompany the family, but they also want to experience Malaysia. And I mentioned about cultural just now and others. So we really hope the tourists will experience not only the tourism product, but the experience beyond it.
Yeah, you mentioned that when they come down here to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, you're just not talking about the skyscrapers.
Yeah.
You're talking about more than that.
Yes.
That brings about the tagline itself, which is Malaysia Truly Asia. Now, you've mentioned about rich cultural diversity among Malaysians to come and visit us, to experience it all together. So how will Visit Malaysia 2026 showcase more than just the buildings, more than just the culture, etc. But we're talking about also tradition, food, festivals, you know, to introduce these elements to the world.
Okay.
How this year is going to be, is going to plan out for them?
Okay, last year we already launched the calendar of events. Inside that calendar of events is one of the elements to attract them to experience the Malaysian culture through what? Number one, Malaysia Festival. Chinese New Year. Coming soon, Thaipusam.
Right.
Hari Raya Festival. Even though during Hari Raya Festival, you know, at Malay village, they also have this lights festival. They put the lights using the traditional way of light. So, of course, like Deepavali Festival, Vasaki, these all festivals, including Keamatan and also Gawai, we want to highlight. It's not just having a festival, but we plan to have a festival at their area.
Right.
For example, Gawai, we want to have festival at the Rumah Panjang, Longhouse. So not only for the tourists, for the Malaysian also they can experience. Exactly. You know, especially people from Semenanjung who never experienced how Gawai been celebrated. You know, so that's the thing that tourists might experience. Of course, it have a certain season. Right now, you can see Malaysia among all the shopping mall you go. Now they are start changing from Christmas. They change the decoration of Chinese New Year. Yeah. And then we're very sure coming soon, the green part, the Hari Raya will come. So this is the mode the mood that we want to create to the tourists, that when you come, again, I mentioned about the people, you know. So I'm very sure it's fulfilled of events that can. Of course, we mix also with all the international events like MotoGP, cycling, the Tour de Langkawi, what else? International Music Festival,
right?
Sarawak Rainforest Music Festival, and others. Yes, they want to attract more visitors to come, but it's not about that. So the content, we want to have all the hotel show, our Malaysian food, So it will boost the tourism industry in Malaysia.
Fantastic, Mr. Admiral. And not to forget as well that everybody's been talking about it and everybody has experienced it here, especially in the city centre. We're talking about durian season as well.
Yes, that one of it. Thank you for reminding me.
Now, Mr. Admiral, how will Tourism Malaysia's strategies be aligned with its national agenda, including economic growth and sustainability? Now, you mentioned about economic growth as well, that the figures comes in and then, of course, it contributes to the GDP. But let's talk about the national agenda. We're talking about economic growth and sustainability. So how will these strategies contribute to the whole agenda altogether?
Okay. To achieve this national agenda, of course, the cooperation among all the agencies, among all the private public partnership is very important. That's why partnership is very important. So it's not Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture alone. So we have many ministries together with us to support this Visit Malaysia Year 2026. And besides all the government agencies, the private sectors who come and see us to become the strategic partner for Visit Malaysia 2026. The variety of products, like coffee, food, all Malaysia brand mostly, and some international brand already partner with us for strategic partner. We have almost 80 company now promoted Visit Malaysia Year 2026 to all their customers. And beside that also, of course, to align with the national agenda, like I mentioned earlier, the connectivity, the direct flight to long haul and medium haul market is very important. So that tourists from this whole market, they can come easily to Malaysia. Like us also, we don't like to connect, to be transit 3-4 hours.
We prefer direct flight.
So direct flight is better. But of course, to do that, the cooperation, for example, between Tourism Malaysia, Malaysia Airport, CAM, immigration, custom. That's why I said collaboration is very important.
We're just looking at the tip of the iceberg, but we don't know the hard work that's beneath the surface.
People just thinking, just spend money, flight coming. It's not just like that. A series of discussion. We have to go. For example, if you want to fly from second tier, third tier city, for example, I take example from China, for example. We cannot go only for Shanghai, Beijing only. We have to go to second or third tier city. That's why now people from Urumqi are coming. That is a third tier city in China. People from Chongqing are coming. It's moving from second tier to first tier city. So that's how we elaborate to make sure that the national agenda we can achieve. So when we're dealing with them to bring their local carrier coming to Malaysia, so a lot of effort, not only by Tourism Malaysia, also from Malaysia Airport, also from CAM, to make sure everything is in order. That's why we always work together with Ministry of Transport, who always help us.
Yes, that's right.
Who always help us to make sure this national agenda we can fulfill. And beside that, of course, in terms of national agenda, earlier I mentioned about sustainability. This sustainability, I think most of our tourism players in Malaysia, they really understand. They really want not only the numbers to sustain like this.
Right.
They want, of course, they want to increase more. At the same time, we must maintain our tourism product. Our island must maintain beautiful.
Oh, definitely.
To maintain it, it's not easy. When you have a lot of tourists coming, the issue of cleanliness will come. The issue of cleanliness will come. The issue of coral also will come. So that's why our marine park play the important roles. That's why they charge this. For you come, they charge some amount of money. I think 5 ringgit to 10 ringgit, just to make sure that they can maintain all this product. Because why the sustainability is very important. That's why this year for Visit Malaysia Year, we introduced Wira and Manja, the Malayan sun bear. That show how we want to really care about our sustainability, because this is the animal that we want really to take care of. Something like that.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Mr. Amirul. We're going to go for a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to touch base on how implementation can actually happen. So don't go anywhere. This is On the Table.
Dunia digital penuh dengan kandungan ganas, eksploitasi kanak-kanak dan buli cyber berleluasa di luar kawalan. Akta Keselamatan dalam Talian 2025 atau AMSA dikuat kuasa untuk melindungi rakyat. Pengguna boleh bertindak atas kandungan yang berisiko. Setiap laporan yang dibuat, platform digital wajib bertindak pantas terhadap penyalahgunaan digital. Dengan AMSA, internet kini lebih selamat untuk kanak-kanak dan keluarga kita.
Thank you for staying with us, and back to our discussion with Mr. Amirul, the Secretary General of Tourism Malaysia. And sir, coming back to some of the questions that we have for you right now, let's talk about approaches being introduced by Tourism Malaysia to ensure the success of Visit Malaysia 2026 and its campaign and the other strategies being put on the table.
Of course, to have Visit Malaysia here, one thing. To promote it is another thing.
Right.
Okay. So it can be the promotion. We already have the product, so we have to go internationally to promote our Visit Malaysia. Since we launched last year, January 2025, by PMX, so we start going to overseas, to all over region that we want to target, which have potential for tourists to come. When we go there, we engage with them. We engage with the airlines, I mentioned earlier. We engage with the airline. We engage with the wholesaler for the travel agents. Of course, nowadays social media play important role.
Oh, definitely.
We engage with all their influencers in overseas.
Right.
Like our influencers, I've been engaged by other tourism board to promote. It same goes. And that's the thing that when we go overseas, we make sure. Because people will ask us, what's new?
Yeah, what's new?
That's the question that our officers, have to answer to them. So that's why during last year already, we already ready with the product. We already planned, especially in terms of cultural events and others. And of course, the tourism product, sometimes they so-called, why, like I mentioned, why only Petronas Twin Tower? But at the same time, the experience of Petronas, people never had a chance.
Correct, that's right, that's true.
You had to queue a long way
That's
to
true.
go up. Even though myself only one time, for example. And then that's the thing that, so they can, if they can answer all this, and then they go, and then they tie up with the agents, with our media partner in overseas also, that how the strategy will come. We will work to make sure the tourists will come, to make sure that at the same time also we can control our sustainability.
Right.
Okay, beside that also, of course, like I mentioned earlier also, how we doing about this, we doing here together with our Malaysians.
Right.
We promote our local product to the Malaysians, and Malaysians promote it to all over the world.
That's right.
Through their social media.
That's right.
That's why Malaysian also, I always encourage Malaysians to promote our country. So that's why sometimes we bring some of our local partner, local media people to see our tourism product. For example, RTM also last year helped us with 44 special edition for Visit Malaysia, which is something that we partner with, of course, other media also. And but the most important thing is to encourage Malaysians to make sure Malaysians know that next year is Visit Malaysia year. From last year, this year is Visit Malaysia year, and I really hope they can just maintain the cleanliness or make it Malaysia more clean, and just put a smile to the tourists.
It goes out there when it comes to setting a clear, perfect example. I think Malaysians are good when it comes to cleaning up after themselves.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's only a certain group of people that, unfortunately, let's not go there. But coming back to Tourism Malaysia, and let's talk about boosting local travel. Now, you've mentioned a couple of times as well. It's also not so much for the international tourists. Yes, we care for them, and we would like to invite them to come visit us here in Malaysia. But also not to forget the Malaysians. Now, how is Visit Malaysia year 2026? Let's talk about domestic spending. How is Tourism Malaysia planning to boost this?
Okay. That's why for domestic tourism, our strategy a little bit different. Why? Malaysians tend to know, oh, this is our country, we know.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, including myself.
Right.
Okay? But sometimes we don't realize that a lot of tourism product that we don't explore yet. Sometimes we want to explore to our neighboring country, that the same product we already have in Malaysia. Okay? How we want to do that, that's why we use our local media, our local influencer, just to make sure that they travel within the country. And we created something for them, not only... we are not talking about the packages. Yes, we created the packages for them, but it's no need for them, it's up to you. You can pick and choose which one you want. For example, you can go to the nearby Kuala Selangor there. You want to see the nearest paddy field. It's not all Malaysian see paddy field, especially the youngsters.
That's absolutely true. I have to,
to see one thing, experience another thing. That's why you can see inside the social media when they visited Kuala Selangor to see all this. Sungai Sirih, for example. It's beautiful and become the Instagrammable spot. So that's the thing. And then suddenly all the hotel there full, So that's how we want to create the memorable for the domestic tourists. And besides that also, we encourage also the travelling between Sabah, Sarawak, Semenanjung, just to make sure that, because why? It's normal when people are travelling within our country, our money don't go out to the country.
Right.
So if we secure our economy, that's why domestic market is very important. It's conquer almost 60% of our tourism revenue. 60%. You can ask the hotel. Most of the hotel, regardless of 5-star, 4-star, majority is at least 50-50 or 60-40 in favor of the domestic market. That's why the domestic market. For example, I take example, sometimes we just do a cultural, Malaysian cultural show.
Right.
Majority coming still Malaysians. They cannot see the Malaysian culture show, so they love to see also. So 70% are Malaysian. Yes, 30% is tourists. That's why the domestic market. That's why I always encourage our tourism industry not to forget the domestic tourists. The spending power also huge.
Yes.
You remember when we cannot go out during COVID?
And what happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
Who helped? The domestic market, domestic tourists. All the 5-star resort is fully booked with all the domestic tourists, with the support of the hoteliers, something like that. So that's why they said Cuti Malaysia branding we still maintain for the domestic market. Cuti Malaysia is fantastic. Just go.
Yeah. I think that's a tagline for all us Malaysians as well that we can never forget. When it comes to some colleagues not being at work, first thing we ask you, where did you go? Cuti Malaysia. Anyways, okay, Mr. Amirul, coming back to this question here, right? You spoke about many events and highlights of the year that people should know, but most of them don't know is because, probably perhaps they're not exposed to all these events. But the headlines events for this year, festivals as well, planned, so that tourists and Malaysians as well can actually enjoy and mark their calendars. So, what are the events? What are the headlines?
Okay, just now I mentioned a few. Like I mentioned, the main event is mostly toward our culture, our festival, Chinese New Year, Thaipusam, Hari Raya, Deepavali, Vaisakhi, many more. Christmas and up to until Christmas. We will showcase this is the national level. Showcase as national level means it's not only just a festival, people can experience it. What type of cookies during Deepavali.
Right.
Of course, some of us know Moruku. We sure you get Moruku on during Deepavali.
There's so many types of Moruku.
So many types of Moruku also. Yeah, that's the thing. Or during Christmas, what we do have. So we will highlight this together with other cultural to make sure that we maintain. Like I mentioned earlier, I want to celebrate Gawai in the longhouse. I want to experience by myself. I just saw in the video. I never been there to see how our Iban people, celebrate Gawai. So that is the highlights of all the festival. Okay, we have like 11 or 12 festival we want to highlight. We plan to have Colours of Malaysia. We call it the Colours of Malaysia month, for Colour of Malaysia months. But at the end of the month, we will have Colour of Malaysia parade. We will parade all our cultural along the way at maybe Bukit Bintang, for 1 kilometer, just to show to the people that this is, and the tourists, this is our culture.
Right.
Okay. And beside that also a small cultural festival, for example, like Pesta Angin Timur. Before this, I also don't know. Before this, but after we introduced 5 years ago, before COVID actually, we start introduce. Pesta Angin Timur is how people at the paddy field celebrate their harvesting season.
Right.
Yeah. So they do festival there. Normally we do at northern part, Perlis or Kedah. So why not please come? It will handled by Jabatan Kesenian dan Kebudayaan Malay Negara, JKKN. So it's very good. And we coming soon if Ramadan, iftar. We want other races to experience how we iftar at home.
Right. At home?
At home. Right. So we bring it to Dataran, for example, or anywhere. So we just sit together, just experience it. We do iftar together. Of course, you can have iftar at the hotel. That's the modern way. But we have a traditional way, to show and others to. So the tourists also can experience the real iftar. And beside that also, like I mentioned, yes, all the international events there. As you know, MotoGP will do the grand launch.
Right.
Somewhere in 7 February. In Malaysia, they choose Malaysia because of Visit Malaysia year. Of course, the MotoGP end of the year, but they do the grand launch on February, and then this Red Sarawak Rainforest Music Festival. We have Sunset Festival. We have Regatta Lepa-Lepa. All the traditional way of how we promote our cultural will be there.
Right. So definitely these are all the highlights that we can look forward to.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Amirul, unfortunately we don't have time anymore.
Oh, okay.
But perhaps you could tell the viewers who are watching at home, for latest information and events, where could they go to?
Okay. Of course, to all our lovely Malaysians, if you want to know, you can browse our website, www.malaysia.travel. All the info will be there. You can scan the QR code inside there. You can find the whole year of festival. Some concert also there.
Right.
Then beside that also, you can find a lot of info about travel within Malaysia. Some of the new hotels, new product also will be there. So I really hope we are Malaysia together to celebrate Visit Malaysia year in a good way. So that tourists also will be happy to come to Malaysia.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much, Mr. Amirul. Thank you so much.
No problem, Brandon. Thank you.
Now, unfortunately, we ran out of time. We'd like to thank once again Mr. Amirul Rizal Ibrahim, Director General of Tourism Malaysia, on his valuable insights. Till then, I'm Brandon Paul. Thanks for watching and take care.